What's reasonable when it comes to house chores?
Oh, I think they're just, a kid participating is reasonable. I don't know why you're asking this question, you know?
Well, it's interesting because I read an article in The Conversation where it says that kids are actually doing less and less household chores nowadays. And the reason for it is because there's a change in parenting. Where previously, when you are a parent, you have children so that they can contribute financially or somehow practically. But now, kids are meant to be happy and successful. And so, while they don't need to do household
I think you
chores.
can be happy and doing chores at the same time.
Definitely, and I think that's the trick. Like, that's what you're going to
Yeah, the whole thing for success, I think the secret for success is to do household chores.
I guess, you know, I was
work.
looking at something similar, and I think in a place like China, where they're only able to have one child, you can see that kind of pampering mentality, how that would make sense. Like, if you have more than one kid, you feel like, okay, I have this kid. You know,
Yeah. But yeah, when you've got more, Well, look, in our household, I'm like, you know, we're a team. I say this all the time. I feel like a broken record. Mummy is not your servant. You know, you can do this, you can do this. There's certain chores that I feel like they should have to do to contribute to the family.
See, my mum always said that too, but like we never actually followed what she said. Like,
Did you have
So you've never done chores?
look, we never had prescripted sort of chores. We never had ones that like you have to make your bed and you have to do this, you have to do that. It was more a system of if you make your bed, you're going to be given like 20 cents or something like that. So it was actually a really awesome system, and I thank my mum for that. But kind of looking back on it, I think I really haven't got this sense of sort of social responsibility because as a child, I was never forced to do chores, and so now that I'm sort of grown up, working for things that I have to achieve is a lot more difficult, I think, and I don't sort of take initiative in a lot of situations because I'm not used to it.
Do you have brothers?
I've only got 2 sisters. So.
Okay, right. I was going to say, does anyone have brothers? Growing up, because I've got one brother. Growing up, do you feel like you had to do more chores than your brothers?
No, I think I don't think we had chores like you have to do these things, but I never ever felt like my mom was my servant and she was doing all of these things for me. I don't actually remember her doing laundry for me. And
Oh, really? Did you do yours from a like really young age?
Yeah, and I went away to a boarding high school starting from 14, so we definitely had to make our beds.
Yeah.
I had definitely had that in my mind, that I have to make up my bed because they would check your room every day. And I thought at least if I make up my bed, if everything else is messy, they won't notice it.
That's a good rule to take even now as an adult, actually.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about household chores, though. I think it's better to do it as a sense of responsibility rather than as something that, you know, you're given a reward for. Because
Exactly. Yes.
otherwise, whatever you do, you're expecting something to happen.
I don't mind giving awards sometimes. That's fun, especially if they get in and do it on their own, you know, without being asked, which you know, happens rarely. But we're working on that. But no, I just feel like to contribute to the household, there are certain things like make your own bed. You're not going to get a reward for that. I do give out a little bit of money for the chores that I don't like to do, like the skirting boards in the window. Child labour.
Well, my dad did give me $1 for every shirt of his that I would iron. But I think besides that, I think we're creating eventually spouses. So if you're if you're always doing everything for your child, one day their spouse is going to have to do everything for them, and that's not very nice.
Oh, I want to marry someone.
No, we're going
As the
for
Bible
equality.
says, like train up your child in the way they should go. So
Later they'll be a good spouse.
be a good spouse, exactly.
Well, I definitely think that as parents, we have so many challenges. There's so many ways that we need to figure out what to do and how to do it. And we actually have something that we can offer to parents who are looking and who are in this situation. It's totally free. It's a parenting course, and it comes from our broadcast partner, Hope Channel. In this, you're going to be able to discover your parenting style, learn some communication tips to use with your kids, and much more. You can complete this online. It's a free course that you can get through the mail. And if you want to find out more information about it, we have some links there on your screen, and you'll be able to find out about it.
Thanks, Rachel.